Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence is working with profound connection and unquil dream. This work is seeing the world camp during World War II, showing the entanglement and emotional collision between characters from different cultural backgrounds. In the film, a series of contradictions and conflicts arise between Japanese officers and Western prisons of war due to their different cultural concepts. For example, the two sides have very different understandings of the concepts of discipline, dignity, and overall. A rich culture in Japanese culture, clothes with individualism and interaction in Western culture bring queer feeling to the viewer. From the perspective of cross-cultural communication, it reveals the misunderstanding reigning and potential understanding possibilities when different cultures meet in a special history, brilliant, extreme environment. In the film, the two sides really have a deeper understanding of each other's cultural characteristics, no longer limited to stereotypes. This cross-cultural interaction and blend reflects even in the smoke of war. Cultural communication and mutual influence still exists. It promoted the ideas to think about how to break through barriers, achieve deeper communication and tolerance, and also let us see the cultural difference and the common human nature of great cross and strength is to cross-cultural communication in special circumstances of vivid interpretation and deep exploration.
Hello, Miss Emma. My name is Zhang Liwen, and I will introduce you the plot summary of the film. The story takes place in a prisoner of war camp on the island of Java during World War II. A Japanese officer, Sinoi, is outwardly cold and inwardly repressed and followed a strict militaristic code. A British officer in the camp, named is Jack Saliers, is resolute and defiant. After a confrontation, Sinoi is attracted to Jack's unique demeanor and falls into a forbidden emotional struggle. Under the difficult circumstances of the concentration camps, the officers struggle to survive while engaging in the spiritual battle. While enforcing the brutal rules of power management, Sinoi takes special care of Jack, which makes him tormented between his duties and emotions. Jack, on the other hand, takes advantage of Sinoi's mixed feelings to light the pulse in their struggle for better treatment, and in doing so, makes a subtle challenge to the autonomy of the Japanese army. Another pal, Mr. Lawrence, who is influent in the Japanese, becomes a bridge of communication and witnesses the development of complex emotions between Sinoi and Jack, and also brings some human warmth and hope during the dark years of the camp. With the end of the war, the backdrop, the movie finally shows how the characters have changed after their ordeals, and deeply depicts the complexity of human nature and war. The conflict of desires and the desire for peace and love in a desperate situation, letting the audience feel the tension of the coexistence of the cruelty of the war and the glory of human nature. Now I want to show you my point of view of this film. In the film, the interaction between the British officer Jack and the Japanese officer Sinoi highlights the complexities of cross-cultural exchange. Sinoi follows strict samurai principles and military discipline, while Jack comes from a more liberal, individualistic Western background. When Jack repeatedly defies others, Sinoi feels conflicted. Through discipline, diamonds punish Jack harshly. he grows to respect Jack's resilience and unique demeanor. The respect transcends the cultural differences between them, reflecting sharing human values like bravery and dignity. According to Edward Hale in the Silent Language, even through cultural differences can create barriers, humans share common emotions and moral concepts that form the best of cross-cultural understanding. In the PAL camp, daily interactions and moments of eye contact allow Sinoi and Jack to gradually connect on the deeper human level. This shows how the power of human understanding can transcend cultural differences and build meaningful bridges of communication.
Okay, now I'm going to introduce two intercultural communication theory. The first one is the hostess cultural dimension theory. The two important parts of this theory is power distance and individualism and collectivism. The first one is power distance, the extent to which less powerful members of a society accept and expect that power is distributed unequally. The second theory is individualism and collectivism, the degree to which people prioritize individual achievements and autonomy versus group cohesion and loyalty. And the next theory is faith theory. The faith refers to the respect, recognition, and sense of states and individual gains in society. It's not merely an internal sense of self-worth, but also external evaluation conferred by society. In Eastern country, faith is closely linked to the social relationship, identity, and group harmony. The Japanese soldier pay great attention to faith. In the barracks, any behavior that may be regarded as a challenger to authorities is not allowed, and they regard resistance as a humiliation to the soldiers. My personal argument is how one behaviors or communicates is affected by the social norms or customs of the dominant cultural group to which one belongs. Each person has multiple identities, and depending on the circumstance, a particular identity may be proposed. Some people may be able to seamlessly switch between various identity depending on the situation or context, while others have difficult choosing which identity to propose. For cultural identity and ethnic identity, the former is defined as the emotional meaning we attach to belonging or connection to a larger culture, while the latter is based on nationality, race, region, or language. According to the author, a person's behavior or communication style can be greatly influenced by the social norms or customs of the dominant cultural group to which they belong.
Hello everyone, today I will share insights from the film Merry Christmas, Miss Lawrence, which explores cultural clashes between Japan and Britain during World War II. The story highlights key cultural difference. Number one, Japanese culture values hierarchy and collectivism, with Russian culture emphasizes equality and individual. Two cases illustrate this collectivism. Number two, sailors in country respective individuals challenging authors. Number three, contents noted since gaze covers complex emotions through nonverbal communication. This mention real not only culture difference but also the shared struggles of humanity.
My personal argument is the formation of cross-cultural communication requires transcending prejudice and seeking commonalities in human nature. The cultural differences between Lawrence and Yao make it difficult to achieve good communication. but they understand each other's cultures, and when conflicts arise, they are resolved properly. The emergence of emotions between the two protagonists proves that emotional reasonableness is not influenced by cultural background. So this indicates that prejudice can be overcome as long as there is sincere communication and emotional reasonableness between people. Conclusion. The human charm and the cultural barriers of the film showcase the subtitle and particular emotions that arise between wartime human nature through the collusion of Eastern and Western cultures. And this provides us with a huge space for reflection in the study of cross-cultural communication. Understanding and empathy between people from different cultures are the most important factors in cross-cultural communication. In the movie, we can also see the oppressive power of unequal power in war on cross-cultural communication. The competition of the special emotions between the protagonists is the result of the two protagonists breaking down and the boundaries of power and prejudice. As an excellent work of art that transcends cultural barriers, Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence uses implicit and profound expressions to depict the conflict between war, humanity, and culture. Let us understand that differences in culture and stance cannot affect the harmony between human nature and cross-cultural communication. Finds its way out under the community.